Hi, everybody. Welcome to Queers and Soaps. This is Lather Up. My name is Derek, and today I'm joined by Angel
Hello.
and Tommy.
Hello.
And today we're going to be talking about soap opera recasts. We're going to discuss who we liked, who we didn't like, what surprised, who we were most surprised by. Just having a little nice, friendly soap opera discussion. So, okay. So I guess we'll start with our first recast experiences when we were watching soaps. So mine was Tina Lord. Karen Witter stepped into the role of Tina Lord from Andrea Evans. But this was like a 6-month gap, I believe, that they took to recast the role. But I wasn't watching regularly. I was like a kid. So
Is she the one that we're watching in 92?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I like her.
I do like her too. She was very well received for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't appreciate Andrea Evans until later years when I watched most of her story. But Karen was good. I really liked her. I was at first I was like, who is this lady playing Tina? I was really confused. I didn't know what a soap opera recast was. But it was that was like my first experience with it, and then I realized they do it all the time. All right, what about you, Angel?
So it was actually On My Children, but it wasn't it isn't as early as I thought it was going to be. Mm-hmm. It was like around it was like the late 90s with the not temp character, like the small character who was major in like Laura's death, Jim Thomason.
Okay.
It's the first recast I saw that had the voice. And everybody's familiar with The Voice, the announcement.
Right.
And I was like, what the hell is this? And then I turned to my mom and I said, what happened to the other guy?
Yeah.
Because it was Roscoe Bourne, and then he was recast with, I forgot his name. Forsyth was his last name. David
Forsyth?
David Forsyth, I believe.
Is that Another World? Is that where he's from?
Yes, he was on the. Yeah, yes. I keep forgetting he was on Another World. Yeah, I forgot. Okay. I know Miss John on Another World. I was like, what happened to the other guy? And she was like, I don't know. Because some art magazines were out, but I don't think my mom was really reading them. So I think I found out later that something had happened with there was something that happened with Roscoe Bourne that this was technically an emergency recast.
Mm-hmm. Tommy, what about you?
All right, so obviously I can't have a simple answer. It has to be loaded. So I think I was familiar with the fact that soap operas did recast, so it wasn't as jarring for me as it would have been for the casual viewer that didn't get the first time. I can't say that I first experienced the recast, but I did enjoy this recast. Was Tamara Braun on GH. I love her Carly. Technically she's a recast. She's the second Carly. And I just love her version of Carly. I love Laura Wright too. But certain actors have certain chemistry with certain other actors, and I just love Tamara Braun. She's my Carly. And I was kind of dipping in and out of GH at that time, but I was technically watching Days of Our Lives. That was my first soap, whatever. But just to rewind it slightly, because I was sneak watching Sunset Beach the summer of 99. This is also a recast, but I didn't get to experience the first one first. Was from what's her name? Cole and
Caitlin Heskin.
Yes.
Cam Heskin. I remember. That was my second recast.
So to find out that she was a recast, I was like, really? So, but anyway, technically, my first recast, if I'm really thinking about it, that had me jarred, was probably Philip Kiriakis on Days of Our Lives.
Okay.
Yes, I remember that one.
It was Kyle Brandt who was on The Real World Chicago, which I had watched, and I was like, why is this reality star on my show playing one of my favorite characters from one of my...
He was on Days of Our Lives?
Yes.
I did not know that.
I don't claim him.
I loved that season of The Real World too, so...
I did too, and it's bad because I don't claim his Philip because it was so bad.
Well, going back a little bit, I remember when, who was the first Philip?
Well, yeah. So technically, J. Kenneth Johnson, who is my
Philip, yes, I remember the words on the bottom of the screen.
There was a Philip before him. a sword
Brandon
has
Tyler, I want to say his name was.
Brandon who?
Brandon Tyler?
Yes, that's his name.
I think that's his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He only played him for like 2 months before Jake.
Yeah, it wasn't that long. But a lot of the Last Blast gang was like the little like Mimi was a recast. Like
Yeah,
Farrah
was a recast. Yeah. So
Heather Olsen was a recast from like another. I think it was another brunette.
Yeah, she was. But I guess like major like I was because Jake he was like my heart. Like he was like part of the reason I started watching Days of Our Lives. Like because Philip and Chloe was my couple. I had to have him recast. I was like, what? And I was like, and what is this reality star? Which is I was kind of a snob back then. I feel like when it came to recast and reality TV stars, because even on Passions, when they cast Kay with the girl from like Who Wants to Marry My Dad or whatever, I was like, what is happening? What? Because I like.
Which one was that?
Heidi Mueller.
It was Heidi Mueller. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was like, I feel like I knew this information, but it's like
lost on a reality show, like Who Wants to Marry My Dad, and I was like, what is happening?
I personally love the first K the best. Taylor and Mounts.
I like the second one, the one that was on from like 2000.
Deanna Wright
to 2000.
Deanna Wright, yeah, I love Deanna. Yeah. I like all the Ks, including Deanna Marie.
Yeah. So all of this to say, my answer is still correct.
So, what recast that came on were you not expecting but actually did?
Maybe Victoria Newman on The Young and the Restless.
Amelia Heine.
Okay. It's definitely a different take on the character, but for me, it always worked. People either love or hate her, but for me, it always kind of worked. Like I was just like, oh, this is Victoria now, and she's technically been in the role the longest. It's been like 20 years now.
Right.
So she is Victoria.
Well, when I watched The Young and the Restless, I always found Heather Tom to be a little melodramatic in the role. I think Amelia Heine kind of toned her down a little bit.
Yes, I was gonna say, Heather Tom definitely knows how to escalate the scene.
Yes,
get that Emmy.
Yeah, for sure.
Not in a campy way. She just like it's just like you see the emotion building and building and building until like
right. So,
yeah. Off the top of my head, that's what comes to mind.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I started watching Young and Restless because of JT and Colleen. Lindsay Fonseca loved her and JT, but I can't remember her name off the top of my head. She played Brooklyn on GH.
Adrienne Leon.
She was the next Colleen, and honestly, they still had the chemistry. I was like, okay. And so when they paired her with like a college professor, I was like, no, stop breaking up my couple. They have chemistry too. And honestly, I can't really speak on Tammin
Sursok.
Because I've only ever seen her on Pretty Little Liars. I never actually saw her play Colleen. I've only seen her die as Colleen.
I've seen her on Herman Away. She's really good on Herman Away.
And it makes me so sad that they killed Colleen.
I know her anniversary of her death came up like a few days ago, and I was like, "Oh, we could have."
Wait, didn't she? How did she die? I know
she drowned just like her father.
Drowned. Okay, that's sad.
And there was a scene where like when she kind of finally accepted that she was dying, when Brad is next to her, and I'm like, oh my god, I forgot how much that hurt.
Doesn't Victor have her heart?
Victor has her heart, yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I would say the recast that I was not expecting to like was Alicia Minshew as Kendall. I was very upset when I found out that they were replacing Sarah Michelle Gellar on All My Children, because I obviously was a huge Kendall fan, huge Sarah Michelle Gellar fan. Well, I'm not really a fan of Kendall, but Sarah Michelle Gellar's portrayal of the character.
But what were you holding out hope that Sarah Michelle Gellar would return?
No, I knew she wouldn't return, but I couldn't believe they had the audacity to recast the character.
It was like 7 years later.
I know, but I really enjoyed her. And then once I started watching, I really enjoyed having the character back on the show, and Alicia killed it, of course. So,
is there a character that you guys are like, no, this character can never be recast ever?
Well, I didn't pick do mine.
Oh,
Oh
sorry.
yeah, go ahead, Angel.
You bring up when you brought up Amelia Heinley, it made me think that I remember being like, oh, ew, why is Richie Novak about to invade Young and the Restless? I hate I hated that character. It was Billy Miller. Like, I didn't think that I would like Billy Miller as Billy Abbott, but I fell in love with. Oh my god, him and Victoria. I was like, I can't. I was like, there's one reason. I think he was the main reason why I like Amelia Heinley as Victoria now, because I was like resisting it because it's like, no, I want Heather Tom back, but if Heather Tom ever comes back, they can never be a couple again because remember her brother
Tom was Billy. Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Which is funny because, and I think he kind of hit it out of the park so well that when David Tom came back, he only lasted like what 5-6 months.
Yeah, it was 5 to 6 months, but he wasn't. David Tom was not the last to play Billy before Billy Miller. It was
there was somebody in between.
Guiding Light.
Something Brown.
Ryan Brown. Yeah, Ryan Brown. He was a Guiding Light as Billy. No,
Okay.
Bill.
Oh, was he the one that played him when he was young?
No, he played him when he was like a little older.
Okay,
like,
I remember the younger one. Oh,
it was after like the child Billy, so they recast.
Yeah, I remember the child Billy. Yeah,
when they like kind of swore as everybody.
I was also, speaking of Billy Miller, I thought he was amazing as Jason, and I loved him as Jason for sure. And like, of course, when they brought Steve Burton back and he became Drew, I still loved him. Like he was. Like, I really think he did a great job recreating the character of Jason for sure. And I actually liked his portrayal, I dare say, better than Steve Burton's, but I think Steve Burton is still great. Like, I mean, especially today, after this week, wow.
Yeah, oh my God.
So good.
Okay, so like giving you your scene of the week, I was like, so obviously I watched it and I was like, oh my God. I was like, I don't even have the history and I'm like about to cry. Like
he was so good. Oh my God. So good. And
not to go on a tangent. When he was like, I wish I could, like, he's like, I don't even remember my time before the accident. I'm like, oh my God, that's so sad.
Well, I love that he wants to know now. That he wants to know about his life.
And then, and then Tracy was like, I'll tell you because she told me everything. I was like, stop.
Yes. It's so good. Sorry, what was your question, Tommy, or before about?
My question was, is there any character that you think can never be recast?
Jane Elliott.
Yeah, Tracy.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm actually surprised they never recast her when she was off the show because I feel like that was.
They never did.
They would have.
Never.
No, never.
Because she was gone for what 10 years.
She was like kind of bouncing in and out a little bit. I know she was like writing for like Loving or.
Well, she was writing,
producing, or one of them. She was in the back. She was behind the scenes for a minute, between some of her first stints on GH.
Okay,
but I know it was Loving that she was on.
Oh wow!
I don't know if she was on The City. I think she was, but I think it was just Loving.
I mean, obviously, Susan Lucci as Erica Kane could never be recast.
I don't know if there was a point that I could say Marlena Deirdre Hall, but definitely not now. Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love Samantha Brady, Alison Sweeney, but I don't know. I really could see Gina Tognoni playing that role.
Wow, yeah, that's
like
Gina Tognoni could play any role, though. To be honest,
anything her heart.
I just really could see it. I feel it in my soul. I could see her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else. At this point, I don't think you could. Like all of the matriarchs, pretty much. Like Nikki Newman, I don't think you could do that.
Yeah, Nikki Newman. Even though she has a recast before. Well, she was a recast.
Yeah. At this point, could you imagine like Josh Moreau playing someone else playing Nick Newman? I don't think so.
I couldn't, but I wouldn't put it past YNR to do it, honestly.
Yeah. Because
he's not really, even though he's been there for what, 30 years now?
Yeah.
I still don't place him in like the higher echelon of that cast. I mean, at this point, yes, Peter Bergman's a recast, but I don't think they would recast him again.
No.
Just because of his age and how long he's been on the show.
Yeah.
Obviously, they would never dare recast Victor Newman.
Never.
Oh, never.
Like, talk about a revolt. Like, everybody would tune out.
Everybody. I think it's to the point where like if they even threaten to recast Victor Newman, Eric Braeden will make the fans revolt. And I will be here for it. Like, do not recast my character.
All right, let's play a little game. Okay, recast game.
Okay.
Who is better? Carrie Gonzalez Sky or Robin Christopher Sky?
Stop, because that's my friend.
I only know Robin Christopher, so by default, I'm gonna say her because I don't know the other one. I don't know.
I say Carrie Gonzalez, to be honest. But
oh my gosh, because I like them both. But Carrie Gonzalez gets like a little leadway for me, not because I'm friends with her on Facebook, but because she was my first guy.
Yes. Okay, Tyler Christopher as Nicholas or Mogus Coloma as Nicholas?
Tyler. I mean, what?
Okay, I say Marcus. Karen and I both say Marcus. So. We talked about this the other day or last week. We both say Marcus, but we like Tyler too. But
I kind of like Adam Huss though too.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him too.
I like Adam Huss too. Okay. This one I know you guys are going to answer. How you're going to answer? Michelle Stafford or Cynthia Watchworth says Nina.
Oh, Cynthia Watchworth.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say that Michelle Stafford was bad because during
nobody's saying anybody's bad. She likes better. Yeah.
Yeah, during the whole stealing Ava's baby.
Yeah.
She was so good. And especially the first one there, she kicked the wheelchair and everything. Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
But like in like the same combination.
Yeah.
No, I'm wrong. Sorry, it's not the same combination. I'm thinking something else. I really like Gina Tonioni's Phyllis better than Michelle Stafford's.
I do too.
And I don't know if it's because that's when I like started watching the show regularly, and I was like, yo, like I didn't know any better, like I didn't know the history, and I was like, I don't know why everybody hates Chuck Pratt. Like I was just like really loving the show. But I don't know. I really love Gina as Phyllis. And she won the Emmy for Best Actress in 2017.
Okay, so Travis Schultz as Ethan or Eric Martsolf as Ethan on Passions?
Eric Martsolf.
Agreed.
Yeah, Eric grew him up a lot.
Natalie Z or Liza Huber as Gwen?
Oh, I like Liza actually.
I like Natalie Z better, to be honest.
I like they kind of dumbed down Gwen when they.
Not that I don't like Liza Huber, but like I like Natalie Z better.
Yeah, they kind of dumbed down Gwen when they recasted her with Natalie Z.
A little
bit.
That's
why I gave her. That's why I'm giving. Not that I didn't like Natalie Z. I just I think they dumbed their character down.
I can honestly say I didn't really watch Passions after Natalie Z was Gwen, so based off of the 99 to maybe like 2002 era, I would probably go Natalie Z.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, now this one is for you guys because I didn't see this one character. Marge Doucet or Beverly McKenzie as Alex.
Beverly, it's Beverly. I mean, it's Beverly for me now. But if you were to talk to me about if Guiding Light was still on, it would have been Marge because there wasn't a way to access like the way YouTube was. Mm-hmm. The way we have YouTube now, there wasn't a way to access like anything except if you were watching a classic episode that came on that fall, or came on during the holiday season. But like, it's Beverly all the way for me.
Yeah.
So, based off of my viewing history, and this will probably be good for another Unpopular Opinions podcast. I've truly only ever seen Beverly in that one episode of Guiding Light that we watched for Patreon. I tried watching Texas, which was a spinoff of Another World, and I was like, "This is so boring. I can't get like what is."
Yeah, Texas is very boring.
I really like Marge, so I'm probably gonna have to go Marge Doucet on this one.
I like Marge too because getting to another recast thing. So Joan Collins played Alexandra for about 6 months, and when they reintroduced Marge into the role, they had like this weird announcement that no other soap has ever done. They said Marge Doucet recreates the role of Alexandra Spaulding, and the way that she like said like had this look like I know that's right. I'm Alexandra Spaulding. I love it.
Well, you know what's funny? Marge Say actually played Vivian Alamine for about a week or two from like the end of 93, 92 to 93 maybe, or 93 to 94. And I always wondered, it was probably 92 to 93. I'm sorry, I'm going on a tangent. Because I always wondered, because Santa Barbara ended in January of 93, I always wondered if Louise Sorrell went back to Santa Barbara for the finale. I later learned that she did not go back for the finale, but in my mind, that's what I did. That was the narrative I made. That's why she was out. She's probably sick or something. But like,
Yeah.
I didn't know that anybody ever like. I didn't know there were like temp recasts for when you were sick. I thought they just
Yeah.
Broadway, they call them understudies.
Yeah.
I always really like feel that narrative when people say it's the closest thing to theater, because I'm like, yeah, it really is. Because they have to know their lines, and they have, at this point it's like one and done. You can't. There's no reshoots. And going back to our like who we think could never be recast, I was thinking about it. I was gonna say Brooke Logan, but honestly, she's had a lot of temp recasts, and they recast it good. So I think they would recast Brooke if they
would. They wouldn't I don't think they would hesitate to recast anybody,
especially with the
because they were
like. I feel like
they were like they were like toting like maybe like 10, 15 years ago, like, oh, this is a core 4, and then they recast Rich.
So did you guys like Krista Allen as Taylor? But
I didn't see much of it, but yes.
I have a confession to make. Early on when she was announced, I was the meanest critic. I was like, no, this is not no, we can't do this. We can't be casting the worst Billy as Taylor. We can't be casting the Baywatcher. We can't be casting Emmanuel. This is not happening. Like this can't be happening. And then what won me over was two things: her first episode and her social media presence. Like, I think the social media presence won me over first, to the point where I publicly apologized to her and I said, I'm sorry, because it's actually on the chat episode, I guess, or one of the chat episodes I guest star on. That I wasn't a fan of the announcement of the recast with Krista Allen, not because of Hunter Tylo, just because like you could recast anybody else, but why her? Like, but I loved her. I loved her.
What about?
And there's a rumor. This is actually out now. Rebecca Budig was only chosen because their first pick wasn't available.
Who was the first pick?
Christian Alfonso.
Oh wow, that would make sense.
That was confirmed.
I think that's on the chat podcast. Yeah,
I've always heard that as a rumor, but I didn't ever put any stock in it. Honestly, I would love that. Like,
I would have loved
sorry for the years, but like, I don't like. Wow, it's just so frustrating because Bold is so inconsistent with the quality of writing that it's like, oh my god, it's like, yeah, you got that, like, but then it's like, but are you gonna write for them?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a mixed bag when you hear these announcements. At least with that show, like Ingo when he was Thorn. Like I can honestly say I never saw him as Thorn because I barely tuned in at that point, and when I did, he was gone. So like,
me neither. I was on a break. I
never saw him actually play Thorn. And what was he there for 2 years? And I never saw him.
I don't even think it was 2 years. I think it was like under a year.
Was it? Oh,
I feel like he was there less often. There was actually to the point where like there was an episode. An episode that re-aired during Christmas time. I think it was this past year where he was on it, and I was like, "What the hell? I forgot about this."
Here's a question, since this is a show that we've all seen. Who's your favorite Lucky?
Jonathan Jackson.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm tossing up between Greg Vaughn and Jonathan Jackson. Never Jacob Young. I mean, Jacob Young is Rick Forrester to me, and J.R. Chandler. But sorry, cuz. Just kidding. We're not cousins. You know, I will say Jonathan Jackson because, like, especially when he debuted in '93, like he had great chemistry, familial chemistry with Jeannie Francis and Anthony Gary.
Okay.
I always thought he was very consistent in playing Lucky, like, and he always did a great job. So, not that I didn't like Greg Vaughn, I did, but
I see the appeal because I've seen some of Young Lucky. but I kind of gravitate to Greg Vaughn more, especially with his chemistry.
Oh
With
yeah. If
Sam.
you were to say,
Ooh, that could have been a thing.
Mhm.
if you were to say compare Jonathan Jackson's last 2 runs and Greg Vaughn's whole run, I would say Jonathan. I wouldn't say Jonathan Jackson. I would say Greg Vaughn.
Who's your favorite Emily? Natalia Livingston or Amber Tamlin?
Natalia Livingston.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
This was a little difficult for me because I when I first watched the show was it was Amber Tamblyn.
Mm-hmm.
And when she got recasted, I was like, oh, I don't think I can get into it. It's another one where like I didn't think I could get into it, but I wound up falling in love with her. Now when she played Rebecca, we're not going to talk about that because that was
no, don't count.
I haven't seen that, but I'm like, I'm kind of like interested in it just for knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'll say Amber Tamblyn just because she was great. She was like she took the she. It's one of the, I think it's the same thing for Jonathan Jackson. She has great familial kind of chemistry with the Quartermains, even though she was adopted in. Yeah, and then I heard a lot of people did not like Natalia like when she started.
I heard that too.
Emily and Nicholas kind of.
Yeah, I thought her and Nicholas's pairing kind of elevated them to a more popular.
Mm-hmm.
There were still haters out there. I remember reading that.
Yeah, there was a lot of hate. There was like I think I remember specifically when during Lila, I think it was like when Lila died.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people didn't like that she was Emily at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more than them not liking that Edward was a recast at that point too.
Well, here's a Days related recast that is kind of centered around what we're talking about, the actors that we're talking about right now. Angel, you'd probably know more than Derek at this with this. Who's your favorite Taylor Walker? Natalia Livingston or Tamara Ross? Can you believe that? Can you believe that the two of them played the same character?
I didn't know they played the same character.
Within like a week.
Wow.
Within a week. And she was already Ava. Like Tamara Braun was already Ava.
So she played 2 characters at the same time.
I didn't like that. I didn't like
so they killed off her character at that point. So I didn't think they were ever going to bring her back.
Yeah. I don't love when actors come back to play a second character, but if there's like a good amount of time, I'm okay with it, more okay with it. Tamara literally had played Ava a year and a half, maybe 2 years tops, to being recast as Natalia Livingston's character. And I was like, what? And then she literally came back 3 years later to play her original character. And I was like, stop it, stop it, stop it.
Yeah,
and there's no explanation. And I hate that Rob Wilson literally within a week played 2 different characters.
And the egregious thing about it was that Tamara Braun won an Emmy for Ava in her first run.
Did she?
So it wasn't like she was like some fly-by character. She won an Emmy for that character.
Well, her first run was only 6 months.
And that's all it can take. You only need 2 episodes.
Sure.
She won an Emmy for that. Yep.
But since we're on the Tamara road, I said at the top of the episode that she's my favorite Carly. Who's your favorite Carly?
Mine is. That's hard. I love them all for different reasons, for sure. But I would go with Tamara Braun as well.
Okay.
Yeah, Tamara Braun was another. It was actually another early recast that I witnessed. It's actually the recast with like the tail end of the announcements on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So her first scene is on YouTube, but like they cut off like the role of Carly Corinthos is now being played by it, and it just says on. And then it's like, what's his on voice? I'm like, oh. But I like Tamara Braun the most.
I would say Laura Wright though is definitely
Laura Wright second.
The role. Like she's amazing. I love her.
Yeah, I don't. So I guess
20, she's been in the role the longest. It's like Amelia. She's Carly. Like
she is
Carly now. Yeah.
But I mean, during the time that Tamara Braun was on, like Carly was at her best for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she was. See, I haven't really seen a lot, if any, of Sarah Brown as Carly. If I've seen clips, it's very minimal.
She's very good.
But Tamara, I feel like I've seen a lot, if not most, of her run, and I just feel like she had chemistry with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You had the most chemistry with Maurice
She was
Bernard.
messy.
Yeah.
She was emotional.
Mm-hmm.
You could bring it up here and then bring it down. Like it
Yeah.
was. I just loved her.
You had the most chemistry with Maurice Bernard and Seabird, I think.
And Ted King.
And Ted King.
Yeah, Ted King.
She did. Mm-hmm.
Although Luther Bransford, I'm gonna say it because I already said that I didn't think she was a bad recast. I think she had chemistry with Ted King, honestly. I think she did.
Yeah.
I saw scenes with them together that month I watched.
and, yeah, they weren't bad. No.
I was like, I don't know why people hated her.
I didn't hate her. I hated her initially, but when I rewatched it, I didn't hate her. I was
like, I'm the same way.
Yeah,
the same way.
How did you guys feel about the Real Greenlee campaign?
I hated it.
Oh, I hated it.
But I loved Rebecca Budig. So here's the thing: Sabine was really good in the role, and she won me over. I did not think another one. I did not think anybody else playing Greenlee would win me over, but she did. Like Greenlee and Kendall were two from All My Children that I was like, oh, no one else is going to win me over, and like, oh, they did. But I think she did a great job. Like she brought a different take on Greenlee that I enjoyed, and although I was thrilled that Rebecca Budig was coming back, the way they handled it was wrong.
Did Jamie Lunar ever grow on you as a recast?
We were actually going to bring that up. Yes,
Yeah,
that was one of the things me and Angel talked about. Yeah,
okay.
I love Jamie Lunar. I'm a huge fan of Jamie Lunar. Have been since Just the 10 of Us. Love her. But she's not Liza. She could have played a different character.
Yeah.
I could think of the perfect recast for Jamie Lunar. Julie Rand Chandler.
Or she could have been Sky, even.
Or Sky. Yeah. Was Sky on the show? Was Sky on GH at that
point? I was on GH, so it wouldn't have mattered. But she could have still been Sky on GH, or she could have been or a new character. She just wasn't Liza.
Yeah. She was too young. But
yeah, way too young.
That's always an issue lately on soaps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, because enough time passed when Lauren Holly left the role, because she left I think 1989, 1990.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically a good 15 years had passed. So you could have revamped the character and made her have kids and stuff like that. And
and then she slept.
Probably I think she got divorced. Did she marry? I forgot who she married, but I think she got divorced.
And then when Liza, as Jamie Lunar, slept with Damon, I did not into that storyline at all.
Oh no.
Tad's son. I was like, no, that's weird.
I forgot about that.
Do you guys think in the 90s that they should have or could have recast Reva if Kim Zimmer was...
You mean before she came back?
Yeah, let's say Santa Barbara lasted and she stayed on Santa Barbara, or she went into a different soap. Do you think they could have recast Reva at that point after she went off the bridge?
I have a very unpopular opinion. I say Guiding Light was better without Kim Zimmer.
Yeah. As much as I love Reva,
I don't think that's really an unpopular opinion. I
do think that there were times where her character kind of overtook the show. Mm-hmm. Not that I wasn't enjoying it, but I was like, oh, I see why there's a lot of Reva. Mm-hmm. I don't see why there's a lot of Reva.
Who would you cast as Reva if it wasn't Kim Zimmer?
Back then?
Oh. Yeah, back then. Who would it be?
Judy Evans. Well, she already played somebody on Guiding Light. She
did, yes. Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know because I can't. She
wasn't even temporary casted, was she? Wow, I didn't. Yeah,
I don't think so.
Because even Jane Elliott was temporary casted at some points.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Christine Jones.
Oh, the one she plays Pamela on One Life.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, within the first 50, I think, episodes of Bold, Catherine Hicklin played Brooke for a week because.
Oh wow.
Yeah, what's her name?
Catherine Kelly Lang got sick.
She was sick, and I was like, oh, all right.
She would be good as Reva. She would have been a good Reva.
I always liked Catherine Hicklin.
Yeah.
I didn't understand why they were always firing her whenever there was budget cuts. I was like, why? She's so great.
Mm-hmm. I always thought Catherine Hicken would have been a good Tina.
Yeah.
Better than Krista Tesoro.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I'm glad they didn't cast her because she would have been all along, and Andrea would never have come back.
Has there ever been a recast on your favorite show that you hated, but you love the actor in a different role on a different show?
Oh,
Ooh,
then
wow,
okay.
that's hard.
Then that counts. That counts. Okay.
Like Tina on One Life to Live, she ended up playing Rebecca on Passions, like something like that. Like
I liked both of them, yeah.
But has there ever been one where you hated one role but you loved them in the other?
But I loved another.
Okay.
It probably is.
So I think this counts. This is kind of a stretch, but it counts. So I was actually going to bring up Jessica from Passions. It's well known if you know me. If I'm ever kidnapped, I would say that Danica Stewart was a great actress as Jessica.
What?
That is a complete lie.
I did not know that you would die because I would not say that.
I think the opposite. I've been kidnapped if I ever say that. That if Danica Stewart is a great Jessica, I have been kidnapped, and you call the cops immediately.
Oh, you have okay, yes. Then
okay. So you go from Jade Harlow, who is a strong actress, could have done a lot more with Jessica with her in the role, to suddenly they gave Danica Stewart a lot of and I'm trying not to call her Danica Patrick. I don't know why I do that. But they tried to give her a major storyline that involved her being sex trafficked and being buried alive and married to this guy, and she couldn't sell it. But there was a little soap opera experiment, right? There was a little soap opera experiment on NBC.com called Coastal Dreams.
Yes.
And I thought that she was good in it. I actually thought I didn't think she was that bad in it. I think because her career was mostly recast on soaps, that I didn't have Danica Stewart can't play a regular role. This is a regular role that she had on Coastal Dreams, and she was fine in it.
Honestly,
Cam Heskin was in it too.
I didn't have the history with Maxie to know the difference. So when I started watching GH for the first time regularly, she had just been cast as Maxie, and I didn't think she was bad. I didn't understand why everybody was so angry. I was like, she's fine. I don't understand why you're so mad. But they're like, she shouldn't be hitting on Lucky, and I'm just like, oh, why? It's fine. And then she literally was fired within 6 months.
Yeah. I remember people didn't like Kirsten Storms when she first started, but definitely. Really? Yeah, people didn't like Kirsten Storms when she first started as Maxie.
They probably wanted the original
they wanted Robert Richard or whatever her name is.
Robert Richard, yeah. I didn't realize that she had such a huge following because I didn't really think anything of it when Kirsten took over the role.
Yeah, I remember on the internet
they aged Maxie a couple years. Okay, I get it.
Because she literally started off as a little girl. She started off during BJ's Heart Story, I feel like, maybe a little before it.
Yes. She's playing Maxie now in 93, actually, that we're watching.
Yeah, and she played until she was a preteen, and then they did Danica, and then they brought her back, and then they
brought her back with Lindsay Letterman.
Oh yeah.
And I could see the outrage because at that point, I feel like he could have just kept her and let her. But maybe she wanted to go to college. I don't you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, that's probably what wound up happening to her.
Do you guys have a favorite Mindy from Guiding Light?
Kimberly Sims.
Yeah, I like Kimberly Sims. Second would be the thing. Wait, that's the thing with the first Mindy.
Let's talk about the worst recast ever. Anne Hamilton as Mindy.
No, I'm not talking about Anne Hamilton. We'll talk about Anne Hamilton. But I always thought that Krista's Mindy was a little too whiny, but then when I saw her at the end of the show, because she was on the end of the show, she was fine. I liked her, but I do like what's her name? Leanna Love. What's her name?
Barbara Crampton.
Barbara Crampton. Yeah, I did like that Mindy.
I got used to her.
I thought they could have done so much more with her and her family, like with her and Josh.
Anyone was better than Anne Hamilton.
As a family unit, but then they just wrote her off the show.
I'm watching her on Bold in '95, playing a new character, just like playing the Jessica Forrester's mother, and it's so weird to see her.
Oh my god, what's
Oh
what's
yeah,
her name?
Because she's like a Southern
Maitland Ward
girl.
is Jessica.
Well, no, I'm at Barbara Crampton's character,
Oh,
Maggie Ford.
Maggie,
Yeah.
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 It's so yeah. So Jessica Forrester was dating a guy who was older than her by a couple of years, so she was underage, and there was this
Is it
whole
Dylan?
it's Dylan, yeah,
Dylan Neal?
Okay.
played by Dylan Neal, yeah.
Yeah.
And so he's in college. I think she might be a senior in high school at this point. And now
Mhm.
Maggie's in the picture, and she's like just trying to like find her way around town, and she's going to a bar to try and meet people, and she meets Dylan, and they're like hanging out, and it's getting a little romantical, but he doesn't know that that's Jessica's mother because I think they're at this point where like let's not tell each other our name. They're doing a soap opera thing, like let's just be strangers and get along. Like
Oh,
it
really?
is in real life, but okay. So she's like falling in love with her daughter's boyfriend, and she doesn't even know it, and vice versa. I feel like. Meanwhile, you have what's her name from the last few seasons of 90210 as his roommate playing Michael,
Mhm.
who's a
Lindsay
girl.
Price,
Lindsay Price playing a character named Michael.
who's also a recast on All My Children.
Yeah.
Before or after? Probably before, right?
Before.
Sure, yeah.
Because
Yeah, she was Ann Lee.
yeah, it's very interesting. Bold was so good. Why are they like they are now?
Well, it's like a train that just ran off the tracks and is still running.
It was good for
Yeah.
like the first 20 years. Now they're almost at 40, and it's been bad for 20 years.
Aw.
Maybe it'll be good at 40. I don't know.
Ugh.
I doubt it.
Let's talk about. Okay, what is the character that was recast multiple times that, like Kevin Buchanan on One Life to Live, for example,
Oh,
and
with Joey.
or Joey? Like, who was your favorite interpretation of that character?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So this is also a multiple recast, but not on One Life to Live. So it's not Kevin or Joey; it's Tom Hughes.
Okay.
And I always loved the last one because that was the one that stuck around the longest, and that was the one that that's the one that that's the one that was great with another multiple recasts. Ellen Dolan's Margot. I like him with Hilary Bailey Smith's Margot right now, but I loved him with Ellen Dolan. And we don't talk about Glynis O'Connor because she was another character on As the World Turns. But I would love to have seen Justin Dees as Tom at some point. Like I don't know if his episodes are if any episodes with him are available, but I would have loved to see him as Tom.
Did he play him before or after?
He played him before. Yeah, he was the first. I think it was the first grown-up Tom.
I got you.
He played in like the early '80s, but those episodes are kind of hard to come by, I think.
Yeah.
And he married his wife on the show too. They're still married.
Well, I'll go with Joey Buchanan, who was recast multiple times. I would say Nathan Fillion was my favorite of all of them. I mean, we're watching Chris McKenna now in our One Life to Watch. He's fine. He's a young Joey. I remember not liking Don Jeffcoat too much, but I would say Nathan Fillion for sure.
Donnie Jeffcoat, and I'm saying his name like this for a reason.
Wild and Crazy Kids.
Off because of Wild and Crazy Kids.
Yes.
And it was like, who's this Don Jeffcoat? Why does he look like Donnie Jeffcoat?
Okay, so when I was young, I didn't know that you could dye your hair. So I always thought everybody was natural, whatever color they were. So like he was blonde, obviously, on Wild and Crazy Kids. So I never put two and two together that was the same guy. Like I swore Zach Morris was a natural blonde.
Oh wow.
Zach Morris is a natural blonde. The character, not the actor.
I feel like I kind of touched this a little bit talking about Colleen Carlton on The Young and the Restless. Like I love Lindsay Fonseca. I loved Adrienne Leone. Can't really speak to Tamron because I didn't really see her except for when she was dead. But I guess if I was going to go to another character, I guess it would also be The Young and the Restless. And I really, really love Justin Hartley as Adam Newman. Like, loved him. And he was the second recast.
Right.
Because it was Chris Egan.
Michael,
he was the third in line.
He was no. It was there was a first one. I forgot his name.
It wasn't Chris Egan or whatever his name was.
Chris Engen, Chris Engen, Michael Muni, Justin Hartley and Mark Grossman.
Yeah. So Justin Hartley for me because love him.
I feel bad. I feel bad that I'm not really taken to Mark Grossman's portrayal, and it's mostly because of the writing. I can't with that show either.
I haven't not taken to him. He came in 2019, so it's been 6 years now. I was such an Adam and Chelsea fan, and he just does not have it with Melissa Claire Egan, and it hurts my heart. But that's not to say that he's not doing a good job, because he actually really has good chemistry with Courtney Hope.
Yeah, he kind of does. It's just the writing on the show is like making me like not. I mean, unless you're like a Victor and Nikki, any other character on the show is being dismantled by the writer. It's by the writer. So I maybe Jack too and Diane. I mean, they never got her again. So,
and it's an age thing also, because it's hard to think, because like the character of Adam, played by Michael Muhney, had its own fan base with Sharon Case. Like Adam and Sharon had their own They had their own fan base, and it's really hard to believe because the current Adam is at least 10, if not more, years younger. And to pair him with Sharon, it's obvious that they're not in the same age bracket. I'm not trying to say anybody looks old. Right. It's just obvious.
Yeah.
And it just doesn't work. And
I did like Michael Muhney as Adam. I did watch when he was on, and I liked him.
I've only seen pieces of it, and I did think he did a good job. But
he did a really good job with
that was the reason I started watching Young and the Restless. And
he did a really good job with like the psycho stuff.
He was good. My favorite was when he pretended to be gay and slept with Rafe. That was so great.
It wasn't even that he was gay. It was like, it was that he was just like, I was presented with an opportunity to
But wasn't he trying to cover up a murder or something?
I don't think he slept with him. I think he just let him like.
He just slapped him.
They slept together.
No, I think he just like. Yeah, I think he just let like Rafe give him a blowjob.
Oh, is that all it was? Okay, I thought it was more than that. Okay.
No, because I saw the
and they
scene
literally
where
would just like
they had him like grab him and then.
Oh shit! Okay. All right.
Yeah, Young and the Restless wasn't gonna go too far with that. In 2000.
No, they gotta keep Middle America pleased, I guess.
But Michael Muhney, I think he said they filmed the kissing scene and they didn't use it, or he wanted to kiss and they were like, no. Mm-hmm. Like really? The actors were like, we could kiss, and they were like, no, we can't do that. And they were like,
really? Wow.
Like, they were willing to go that far, and they were like, no, we can't.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. That may have been like during or after the whole backlash on One Life to Live with what was the gay couple?
Fish and Kyle.
Yeah. Because that just abruptly ended. It may have been around that time, and that's why they were kind of gun shy to do a kiss.
No, I think this was a little after, because it led to.
Well, if it was after,
no, never mind. Because no, my Fish and Kyle were a thing during that time. But like, I remember when Patrika Masha, whoever played Carlotta. Remember the original Carlotta left because of the whole thing, and then they replaced it with Sandra Santiago.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Back to the game for a second.
The game.
Sean Kanan or Billy Warlock as AJ.
Wait, who or Billy?
Sean Kanan or Billy Warlock as AJ.
Sean Kanan.
Me too. Sean Kanan.
Sorry, Billy Warlock, because that's the AJ I knew better.
I like them both though, but yeah.
Sean Kanan's always going to be Deacon to me. But I did like Billy Warlock, especially when they made AJ go crazy.
I always had a crush on Sean Kanan. Like,
same.
I like briefly saw scenes of him on Sunset Beach when I was like sneak watching. And I was like, oh, he's cute. And then he ended up on Bold, and I was like, oh, he's really cute. Mm-hmm. And then I found out he was AJ, and I was like, oh, all right.
Yeah. All right, Robin Mattson or Kate Collins as Jenna Green?
Well, I don't really have reference for this.
Yeah, we have reference for this because I've seen both. But
yeah,
it's hard. But I'm going to be controversial and say Robin Mattson.
That's not controversial.
I feel like it's like you need a crazy character. Let's call Robin. She'll play her.
Right? Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. That's not controversial because Well,
I would say Robin. Not that I didn't enjoy Kate Collins because she's amazing, but like Robin.
She was Janet Moore and Kate Collins, but
so. How did you guys feel about the actress that was on the Wendy Years from Bold and the Beautiful playing
Oh, Allie Mills. I liked Allie Mills.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
like Allie Mills too. It's just
yeah.
I got tired of the character when they did the hip story.
It took me a little while for her to win me over, but eventually she did.
Didn't Allie win Emmy
She
for playing?
did.
Yeah, I think guest performer.
Okay.
And I think Karen would agree with me. Like at first, Allie was kind of playing it like in it very differently than Robin, and then once she started to like realize go all out with Heather, then it worked.
But I think my answer is Kate.
Hey Collins.
Just because that was my first memory.
Yeah.
All my children memories is her in the well and everything like that.
Is Natalie in the well yet on your guys' watch? Did you finally get to the well?
We think she is. We're not sure.
we haven't seen her. We haven't seen her in the well, but we think that Janet is.
Janet already took over.
Janet took over as.
So we think it's going to be revealed via flashback.
Yeah, we think it'll be on Friday. We think we're going to see her on Friday.
We're like 2 episodes away from the possible reveal, which we think is coming. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not the way I thought it went down, but it was good.
Yeah. But I like Robin Matson. I like Robin Matson a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys
for her coming back as Janet?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch the All My Children reboot from Prospect Park?
Yes, I did. Mm-hmm.
How did you feel about the recast JR?
Ooh, I wasn't a fan.
No.
He's a guy from Sioux Valley High.
Yeah, that's my favorite. But he literally was in every teen drama in the 90s.
I was like, I just didn't feel right. I don't know why.
I did like Robert Scott Wilson as Pete.
I did too.
Over the child actor.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a child actor. It was there was another one. They made him like very nerdy, and I didn't like that they made him very nerdy. Because like you're supposed to be Palmer's son, so obviously as Palmer's son.
So what did you think about The Last Bianca, Christina Bennett Lynn, and when Epstein and Riga left, and then she came back for the Prospect Park one? But what did you think about The Last Bianca? I actually liked her. I liked
her too. Yeah, she had great chemistry with Sarah Glendinning.
Yes, I loved their relationship.
Relationship.
Yes, it was really good. And I thought she had good sister chemistry with Alyssa Minshew, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So here's a thought-provoking question for you, Dark.
What's that?
Had Swan's Crossing lasted longer?
Oh, God.
Is there any character you would have recasted?
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say Nancy.
Now, who is Nancy?
Nancy's a redhead, played by Christy Barbera. She's Sydney's best friend. You know what? I actually think like a young Melissa Archer could have played Nancy really well if she was acting back then.
I could see that, and she's probably in the age range, probably most likely.
Yeah, she probably is in the age bracket. Yeah.
Speaking of Melissa Archer, who's not a recast, but her sister on the show was a recast.
Jessica.
Do you prefer Erin Torpey or Bree Williamson?
Oh, that's hard. I like them both. I
like Bree.
I like Bree too. And the multiple personality storyline was so fun with her. Like it has to be Bree.
And I've enjoyed Bree and all her primetime stuff. So I'm with Bree.
Actually, no Erin Torpey's sister. Hi, Shannon. If you're
wrong. Honestly, I'm gonna have to go on Erin Torpey because not because I didn't like. Well, so I think so. There was a jarring like shift of Jessica when Bree Williamson first took over the role that I didn't like when they paired up with Antonio, and I'm like, oh, she could no, and then they. But I think the beginnings of like the DID storyline I wasn't really a fan of, but when she I did like when she took it over, I'm like, okay, I can see why what they're doing with that now. But I like Erin a lot just because she grew up. See, I have a through line with all these recasts because Erin Torpey herself was a recast from I think oh my gosh, she's like semi-famous now.
Really?
Who?
Well, not Erin Torpey, the child Jessica. I forgot who was
you mean child Sarah, Hayden Panettiere?
No, child Jessica. Like
I don't know
she was a child, and then there was a child Jessica before her. And when they recast all three of the children, she was amongst the ones that got recast. So I forgot who played her. Oh my gosh!
She's
Oh,
semi.
Yeah, I'll
funny.
look it up. But I really liked her teen pregnancy storyline. I like her with
I did
Christian.
too, yeah.
I liked her like when she haunted Dorian. Yes.
Yeah, she was at her best when she haunted Dorian.
Yes.
So good, yeah.
Were either of you watching Days of Our Lives in '92 to see Tracy Middendorf play Carrie Brady?
No, but I have seen clips, and she wasn't too bad. I don't know why people thought she was that bad.
I think it's just because Christy came on as a child, and she was kind of like Robin on GH.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of grew up. It's funny because that year, exactly that year, honestly, when we started watching the Brenda years, so to speak, Christy was on there playing one of Robin's friends, and I was like, oh my god, look at these two child actors being on GH together.
Oh yeah, that's right. Her name was Cindy. I remember.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, it's like
yeah.
Days of Our Lives equivalent to Robin being on GH with her.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what's funny is Kimmy Gibbler played the role as a child from
Yes.
Full House on
Yes,
Julia Barber.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she played her from 82 to 86 before Full House.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Christy took over in 86, and she's pretty much had the role, except for that one time they recast for a year.
Okay.
Yeah, so Eliza Clark played her, who was on I feel like
Jessica?
Yeah, Jessica.
Oh, okay.
Was on,
I know who she is. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who that
Very
is.
briefly played her.
Okay, so I want to bring up some interesting recasts. So this was really cool how they did it. When Babe Chandler was recast on All My Children, they had Alexa Havens hug Bobby Eakes' character, Crystal. And then when she came out from the hug, Amanda Baker was in the role. And I really loved that. I thought that was a really cool way.
I love that too.
Yeah, I really like that.
Is there any other ones from other shows you guys can think of where they did something like that?
Jack Devereaux. So they already had recasted Jack. It was Mark Valley for about 3 or 4 years, and he was preparing to leave, and they had recasted the role. And he literally went into the shower, and as Jennifer went to join him in the shower, and he turned around, it was the recast in the shower.
Oh wow! Okay,
yeah,
that's cool. I like that.
So there was one. I think this is the international version of Santa Barbara. So Tommy, be prepared for that. And I forgot who played what the transition was, but one of Nancy Lee Grant's character when you're on there, Julia.
Yeah,
her husband. What's her husband?
Mason.
So one of the Masons left, and in the international version, he gets punched and falls behind the couch. When he gets up, it's the recast, and then he leaves, and then they had the announcement.
That's only in the international version?
That's only, from what I understand, it's only the international version, because like the NBC version, he goes into a bar, walks down the steps, and it's the recast or something. So I'm thinking maybe I'm switching them, but like I saw like a side by side like comparison. So like, oh, the international version gets punched and he gets up and he's recast.
Was it when they went to Terry Lester, or when they went to the one that played Adam on Dynasty?
Oh, Gordon. I think it might have been Gordon Thompson.
Okay, I'm excited about Santa Barbara because everybody's been on that show, and I'm excited for all the recasts. Like so far, the only recast we've had is CC. He's been we're only on episode 130, and he's been recast twice already.
Oh wow!
This is the most consistent one until Jed Allen comes on.
I feel like Orion Tip they recast a lot too when I was watching the show on SoapNet.
So who was the best Vicky and Marley? Like I can't say I had never watched.
Yeah, I really don't have reference for this.
Yeah, me either.
I always hear how great Anne Hesh was.
Yeah.
I've seen Jensen play her because I've seen the primetime special from '92, and I thought she did amazing. So
yeah. So
I really can't compare because I don't know.
I can't either. I can't.
Yeah, so I'll be the one who gives the answer. Anne Heche was the best Vicky and Marley.
Okay.
Both characters that they played. Ellen Wheeler is the best Marley, and Jensen Buchanan's the best Vicky.
That makes sense. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So because Jensen Buchanan did not want to play Marley, so
it wasn't.
So then Ellen Wheeler came back as.
Yeah, Ellen Wheeler came back as Marley in the last years.
Okay.
Imagine that kind of my height, Vicky being paired with a tall 6 foot.
So this isn't really a recast, but has there ever been an actor who originated a role and came on to your show in a different role and you like the new role better than their original role?
Ooh.
Okay, Mr.
Like,
G.
like they on the same show, you mean?
Like, say, like Sarah Brown being the original Carly, but she came
But
on
she
as
came on as Claudia. Okay.
Yeah.
She's just done this a million times.
They have, yeah.
Especially with Michael Easton.
Yeah, oh my god.
Roger Howard.
Yeah.
I hated every one of them.
Okay, I hated every single one of Roger Howard's characters.
Yeah, why would you cast him out as Austin? Like,
Yeah.
Austin could have been a cast with a 30-year-old starting out actor, that sort of thing. So, but to recast him with a 50-year-old, like, no, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, I would say I like
35, 40 because he was supposed to be paired with Maxie. So
yeah, I like Finn better than I like Silas. So yeah, but
I like his brief run as what was his name on Port Charles?
What about Tamara Braun, Carly versus whatever her other character was?
Oh, Kim Nero. Oh, she's better as Carly. Like,
yeah, she's better as Carly.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
yeah.
Kim was kind of annoying actually. I didn't really care for Kim.
I've only ever known Josh Taylor as Roman. And now I'm getting a taste of him as Chris Kosachek, and I'm like, I don't know why all y'all were so mad about him. I'm like, he's better as Roman, honestly, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt the same way when he appeared on Beyonce and Lemons Chris. Because I'm like, oh, okay. I see. Okay, I mean, but he's always be Mr. Hogan to me. So,
and I know this is probably sacrilegious to say in the Days fandom, but I prefer Judy Evans as Bonnie than Adrian. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just like current 2000s Adrian that I don't like the way she's written. I haven't really seen 80s Adrian to understand what all the hubbub was about with with Wally Kurth, but I prefer Bonnie, honestly. And Kyle Lowder, I don't know. Eric Winter is just always going to be Rex for me, so I feel like maybe I just put him as Brady. But if I'm picking Brady's, like I love Eric Martzoff, so it's like.
So okay. I have a question because I didn't watch, so I can't answer. Jensen Ackles or Greg Vaughn as Eric Brady?
Greg Vaughn.
Greg Vaughn.
Yeah, Greg Vaughn. Yeah.
Okay.
Because Jensen wasn't on for too long.
He was on. He did like his 3-year contract and then he left.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I feel like he was still like that young, early teens, 20s actor that was still learning his craft. Meanwhile, Greg kind of came in as a seasoned actor, and he had been in soaps and he knew the game, and he just like picked it up and went with it.
Yeah.
So I feel like Greg Vaughn.
Okay.
So if you were when he came on as Father freaking Eric, I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't like. I like they made him a priest. I was like, no, you don't do that to Greg Vaughn. No, you don't.
So when I watched The Young and the Restless in the 80s with my mom, a different person was playing Ashley Abbott. That was Brenda Epperson, and I really like her. Do you guys
for Eileen?
Yeah, do you guys prefer Eileen or Brenda as Ashley?
So it's funny you mentioned this because I literally was talking about this with Lynn yesterday.
Okay.
I was saying how I wish there were 80s episodes available, like full years of The Young and the Restless, because I really want to see Eileen's first run on The Young and the Restless. And honestly, she was only on in the 80s because she didn't come back until 1999.
Right.
So like, to see her you have to see her in the 80s if you want to see her play Ashley. And it's just like it's in German, and I don't speak German, so like.
Well, then there was Ron Moss's wife played Ashley for a little bit as well.
We don't talk about her.
Harry Shattuck. Yeah. Well, I don't know anything about
Ron Moss's ex-wife.
Ex-wife,
because he is married to another woman who I am friends on Facebook.
I have no idea.
I don't know how the hell that happened.
But yeah, I like Brenda Epperson as Ashley. I've seen Ellie Davidson in later years, and I think she's great. But Brenda's my original, so I like her. Yeah. I feel the same way about Eileen Dorian because she was my original Dorian, and Robin Strasser is the one that's the most well known, but she's a recast for me.
So I started watching Days in 2000, so I didn't understand the whole hype over Kristen and her multiple characters, like Eileen Davidson and her multiple characters.
Because there was another Susan on the show.
And she didn't come back for like 14 years. She came back in like
Mhm.
2012 from like 98. So, but at that point I knew who Eileen Davidson was. I had watched some YNR, so I got to know the actress a little bit. And so when she came back, I was like, all right, I'm gonna see what she can do, and she killed it. But Days likes to work people like a horse, especially if you're popular, and you don't get paid as much. So of course she would go back to YNR. But when they finally decided, because she would make guest appearances because they were both Sony soaps, so I guess at that point they were like, whatever, just do both shows if you want. When they finally decided that they were going to recast the role, and they recast her with
Stacey Haiduk.
The minute they said it, I was like, yes. Because Stacey played a similar character on YNR that was batshit crazy, and I was like, no. I was like, anybody that doesn't know, like, you're fine. She's gonna do great. And she hit it out of the ballpark. Scene 1, like, amazing, and it's her role. Like, if Eileen doesn't
remember she was playing. Remember when she came back, she was playing Susan as Kristen. Sorry, Kristen as she was Susan, but dressed up like she was Kristen, but she was dressed up like Susan and fooling everybody, from what I understand. And then the first scene when it was revealed to be Kristen, that was
And she came when Nicole was presumed dead. She came back as Nicole, and they had a whole thing where she took her face off, and it was so great because they had Paul Telford be like, the role of Nicole Walker is now being played by Kristen Zamora, and they like revealed that. Oh, it was such a good scene. It was so good. Yeah, Stacey kills it. And you know what? I never understood the whole when they did Beyond Salem and they got Eileen back to play the role. Like, you were getting the best of both worlds. If you loved Stacey, you had her on the mothership, and if you loved Eileen, you got her on the spinoff. Like,
wasn't she playing the others? Like, she was playing Thomas at one point?
Yeah, they never mixed and matched. If Kristen was in jail, they didn't have her playing Kristen. They had her playing the other characters. And if Kristen was like on the lam, they had Eileen playing her. Like, it was just like they didn't mix and match.
Yeah, except for Beyond Sale, the Christmas special, they had that was truly Kristen. John.
Yeah, but I feel like that was an alternate reality.
That was also reality because it was
the Christmas special was Will Horton writing a story,
not musical. Wow, Will's
writing a story.
Script. Yeah.
So would you guys say that Lisa Rinna is the best Billy Reed?
Oh, did we?
I know. I'm asking. Would you say she's the best?
Retroactively, I think Julie Pinson is.
Okay. Yeah, I like Julie Pinson.
Lisa Rinna was good her first run, the first 3 years.
Yeah.
Every return since has been bullshit.
Okay. Got it.
It's like we got Lisa Rinna back, and then they don't write for her. They don't know what to do with her.
Man.
Yeah, even on Beyond Salem, she felt kind of weird in there.
It was better. It was better than her returns on the actual show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But then also, you also understand. There was also like she did admit that like she didn't feel like very comfortable on the show when it was Beyond Salem for reasons that people may know. Yeah.
I don't know why my mind went to Gabby on D's because she was technically a recast.
So twice, yeah.
Yeah,
because it was Gabriella. I forgot her name.
Rodriguez?
I think that's her. Yeah, I was trying not to call her Hernandez. Like, that's her name. That's her character's name. Gabriella Rodriguez.
And then it was Camilla, who was on One Life to Live.
Yeah.
And then it was now it's Carrie
Jimenez. Yeah, who is doing amazing.
She's doing a great job. Really good.
So I have a Days of Our Lives question for you. I always wondered this. Lindsay Hartley, when she was recast in the role of Ariana, why did that not work?
I don't think it did not work. I loved it.
All years people it didn't work. From people.
I feel like we were all mad that they killed her off.
Yeah, I was mad that they killed her off.
Okay, I don't know where I heard this, but I heard it wasn't working, and that's why they killed her off. So
I think fucking Dina Higley had it in her mind that it wasn't working, but it was. It was the one thing we liked.
Okay.
Yeah, because she was really good with Brady. Like,
I couldn't imagine like Lindsay Hartley being bad at heart, so I was just like shocked. I was like,
they literally paired her with Eric Martsolf. It was a passion reunion. How could you not?
Yeah, it was, and it was wonderful.
How
We were
does
like-
that not work?
I've been
didn't
like begging for
understand.
them
Was
to
this before or after they did the 6-month taping schedule? Because if they were to do that, because I think if that was
They were working towards it. At that point, I think they were like 4 months ahead of schedule.
yeah. No, I
They
love
were
Lindsay
teasing
Huntley
her
on
and
the show.
EJ being the James Scott. Like they would like there was potential all around the board, and they just killed her. And I'm like, what the fuck? I fucking hate Dina. Yeah, I said it.
Me too.
Screw me, Dina. I hate you.
Me too. I want if one of her like as much as Ron was burning out towards the end there. If you would have announced that Dina Higley was coming back, I would have been like, oh hell no.
I would be like,
You give Ron some coffee or something to keep him on there until you find a better writer. No. But I like the writers that they have now. So
All right, one more game, real quick. Okay, Trevor St. John or Roger Howarth is Todd Manning. Trevor St. John.
So I don't know.
I want to say Roger Howarth because
Okay.
I like Victor. I like the character that they gave.
The
Trevor
Victor,
St.
yeah.
John.
I get that.
So
I don't really have the history with Todd, with Roger. Like I've seen episodes, but I don't really have like I have
Right.
more with Trevor.
Okay. So
and it's interesting because Roger is now taking over a role that Trevor played on YNR. Wait, is he?
Is he going to be?
No, he's not. It was rumored. It's a rumor.
It was rumored.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It might
I was
happen.
wondering. Okay, James Franco or Roger Howarth is Franco.
Roger.
Neither. I don't like the character.
I would go with Franco, James Franco, but like I don't really have a preference.
Yeah, neither for me. I don't like the character. I didn't like that they paired him with Liz. I didn't like that they made Liz's rape story about Franco. Like I can't stand James Franco. I'm sorry. Like
they brought all those
Freaks and Geeks fans out there, come for me because I did not like Freaks and Geeks either, and it wasn't because of James Franco, because it was so overhyped and overplayed. So
yeah,
I stopped watching GH because they brought those 3 actors back as different characters 3 months later. I just like was pissed.
It was annoying. Yeah,
I was like, fuck that. Like I think I saw Ava's first episode and I was like, I'm out. Like, sorry, girl, love you, but I gotta go. Like. And I haven't really watched consistently since. And that was like what 12 years ago.
Yeah, a while ago. Yeah,
it was a weird. I mean, I get why they did it because of the lawsuit or not the lawsuit. It wasn't a lawsuit.
Yeah, I understand the logistics, but I don't like it.
Yeah,
but yeah,
they had so much potential with Sam and
he did
John McBain.
Yeah, they really did.
And we even had like a precursor to that with the what ifs in the elevator. They had sex. Like, like even just make him Caleb. I don't care. Bring vampires back.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, make him Caleb.
Or keep on. But did they kill him when he was whatever that rock star was that thought he was a vampire? How they wrote it?
Clay?
Yeah, even keep him as that. Like I don't know.
I mean, it's GH. They could bring him back.
I don't ever want them to bring him back unless he's gonna, I guess, be Finn. Was that the last one he played?
Yeah, but he's off. He's in Seattle now.
The only way they could bring him back is if they explain something with like his brother who's still on the show. But even then, I don't know.
I feel like we're gonna get the announcement that he's on YNR and within the next 6 months. Like,
oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe Kelly Monaco too. Who knows?
Oh, I'd love that. Oh my god, I would love that. But it's a mixed bag because we still have Josh Griffith as the head writer. So who knows?
I'm surprised Josh Griffith hasn't brought more Sunset Beach alums onto YNR, but I guess most of them aren't really doing soaps anymore.
What is Leslie Ann Down up to?
I don't know. Or Sarah Buxton. Like
Sarah did Days for a few episodes or months in like 2004.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was supposed to be Tina on One Life to Live.
Yeah. But
I read that the role of Carly was
that too.
Like she auditioned for Carly.
When they were recasting after the Jennifer Bransford issues, it was Jamie Luner, Sarah Buxton, and Laura Wright were up for the role.
2 of them are redheads.
Yes. And Laura Wright got it.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Laura Wright's pretty great.
Yeah.
Could you ever see Sunny being recast?
I
Ever?
don't care.
No, I don't see it. He wasn't even temporary cast, which I find kind of crazy.
No,
I mean, he left
don't
the show,
think
but
I would ever do it. But like, it doesn't matter. I'm ready for him.
I know he left
love Maurice
the
Bernard, but I'm ready for Sunny to retire.
I mean, clearly they were willing to recast Jason once Steve Burton was gone.
Oh yeah,
they didn't
sure.
expect him to come back, but then he did.
Yeah. I don't even know who could even play Sunny, to be honest with you.
Okay, so I have one final question. Okay. What recast when a character was recast on a show and it was part of a couple, what recast completely changed the couple's dynamic?
For me, the first one that comes to mind is Chelsea and Adam, because I loved Melissa Clary and Justin Hartley, but Mark Grossman and her, they have like more brother sister energy.
Okay.
Philip and Chloe on is my favorite couple, the one that got me to start watching. When they recast with Kyle Brandt, dead in the water. But there's something there with John Paul Lavoisier. Am I saying his last name right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a little more goofier his first run, but this last couple of times he's been back, he was with Chloe, and I was like, oh, okay, I think I could. I see the vision. I think I could get with this. But she's on the show now, so I'm like, fuck.
Yeah. So
can't have nice things.
Angel, did any come to mind?
I think the earliest one that I can think of that and it wasn't even when they first came on, but like when they recast Natalie because the actress moved on to getting married to a rich man and everything like that. It's funny because my mom was like, when I mentioned that I was like, oh yeah, Natalie from All My Children. She's like, oh yeah, the one who married the rich guy and moved on. I'm like, wait, you knew this? I thought for years it was because of a feud. So with James Skybrid. But no, it was she married a rich man. But they recasted her with Melanie Anderson from Manimal, and the vibe was off.
Yeah.
And it was during like the Rainbow Connection. Wow, why do I keep saying the Fatal Connection storyline with the loving crossover and everything like that? And she just wasn't good in the role, and that was when and when she died in the car accident. That was the best thing that happened to the character. I'm sorry.
Oh,
is that what led to Robin taking over the role? Is that what led to Robin taking over the role
for Janet, not for Natalie?
Oh, for Janet. Okay.
Yeah. I think Melody played Janet for a hot second, but I don't know.
One episode.
For a hot second.
One episode, yeah. And they were like, no, you're never doing this again.
Like, that's cute. Thanks for trying. Bye.
So my answer would be pivoting back to Karen Witter as Tina, because when Ford and Tina, when she took over as Tina, the chemistry was not there between the two of them. And that's why she was with Kane for so long. Most of the time she was.
Yeah, I like their chemistry. Kane.
Yeah, they had much better chemistry, and Tina and Cord kind of were not a thing. And I think he was with Blair for a little while too when he came back. So yeah,
Asian Blair, or
I think both at one point. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll wrap this up. Is there anything y'all want to mention before we go?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this episode of Lather Up. We'll be probably back soon with another recast discussion. There's so many. We all have a lot to talk about on that subject. So thank you so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.